Wow, that actually sounds pretty good. It's glorious. Oh, this is where I start to love the sounds. There we go. I promise that's gonna turn into something cool. Ooh, here we go. I think we have it. What's up everyone, Julian Cisneros here. I'm gonna show you how I take basically these very boring, mundane, almost horrible sounding sounds and turn them into these emotional tones that just like pull at your heartstrings. You have to go through all of this trudging through the mud to find those happy accidents. In this, we find those happy accidents. I love what we did here. A few quick things. I basically cut really fast. I'm trying to trim the fat so we kind of get to the good stuff quickly. A lot of this really is trial and error. So you're adding plugins, you're taking plugins off, stuff might work, stuff doesn't work, and then all of a sudden you kind of arrive at that magic you're searching for. Again, we get there and I love what was created. Without further ado, all right, so I kind of discovered this method first and foremost with the old project that I did, and I basically took a guitar, I recorded it 10 times, the same chord, and from that I started looping things, and then I used AlterBoy to basically pitch it all over the place. So let's just recreate that real quick right here. I've tuned this guitar to open D, and I'm just gonna do open strums, nothing else. The next thing I do is I go in here and I take every single take, just do kind of like a rough cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cut these. Now I'll just keep it kind of rough. They don't even really need to line up perfectly. It's more just to get this decay. Let's just hear how this sounds. Wow, that actually sounds pretty good. That's pretty full. Now what we want to take is the meat of all that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to route everything in this bus out to an audio channel. Let's do it. It's glorious. We don't even need that long of a decay. So let's mute all this. Let's put all these in a track stack, and now we're muted. So now what we have here is a file. And let's see here. That's almost like right there is gonna be pretty good. Let's see, maybe we can go a little further. Too much of an attack. You don't want too much attack. That's about it. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna take this little part. We'll go down here, take this little part, and then this is where the magic happens. I basically take and I crossfade half of each take. So we'll go here and we'll just real quick see what this sounds like. You can hear it's just got this like all this kind of sound. It's got some warble, it's got that cool little attack, decay kind of thing going on, and it's really, really, really cool. Let's bounce this in place real quick. So now we have one file, and it's sounding pretty cool. Now you can guess what we do next. We basically start adding some fun plugins. All right, let's go in here. Let's go to Little AlterBoy, pitch, and this is it. This is where all that magic happens. So we're right here, and I want to go up to we'll just do 2 bars, and then we'll go up here, we'll go to 5 semitones. Let's do a little bit of a longer, we'll do like a whole quarter of a beat. All right, that's sounding pretty cool. Just for the sake of time, I'll only do this for 4 measures, because we have other things I want to show you. I want to show you the violin, and I want to show you how I use the same technique with my synths. I think for the sake of this experience, we'll add a little kick. All right, now bear with me. I'm doing this to kind of show you some fun techniques. So now let's add the delay. See, I love their lo-fi explosion. We'll add some reverb now. Okay, so now we have something working here. Let's just loop this. And then let's pretend we are doing it. So, go 9 semitones. And then, you know what? I kind of want a little bit more to poke through, so let's make the distortion a little bit more intense. So I think... Yeah, here we go. We got a little something going on now. And then we can open up the pitch a little bit. So let's go to Simplon, filter, frequency. Kind of want to add like a little bit of a delay here. I'm writing this on the spot and deciding how this kick should go. Because we're writing a song, because that's what I end up doing every time I make one of these. Yeah, so now I want to go through here and just completely change that. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I want to add a little bit of a different reverb on there too. Let's add a second reverb and let's make it shimmer. Just so we have some octaves in there. We'll do big stereo. Okay, now the next thing that I want to show you is how I take basically a random noises to create kind of that ear candy on top of something like this. And for that, we will go to my Prophet 6. I'm going to record that, just random stuff. All right, so I just tracked that real quick on the Prophet 6, and we're going to basically do the exact same thing we did. So let's take, but in this case, because it is a little bit of a different technique, let's add a filter right away. We'll do this Simplon, but okay, here's another thing I like doing. I always put different filters on different tracks to give it a little bit of a different sound. Even though the Simplon is very transparent, this one kind of deserves something a little colored. So let's use the Moog mini filter. A little resonance in there. Whew, sounds cool. I'm gonna do a little bit more distortion too. Instead of thermal, I'm gonna use, let's use Decimar. Let's bit crush this a little bit. Well, now we have little fun things kind of poking through. Oh, this is where I start to love the sounds. All right, now we need a little delay, I believe. Just to give a little bit kind of that, let's use timeless. Let's just give it a little shimmer, I'm just gonna use the default setting too, because that just sounds awesome. And now let's take the little AlterBoy, let's throw it on top, and let's just rock it. So you notice how we have like a lot of really cool stuff going on. We have a lot of ear candy starting to kind of form, and here's where the real fun comes. We'll use a little bit of Portal, and Portal is basically a granular plugin from Output again. So the makers of Thermal, this is Portal, and it's just, again, my favorite plugin for like sound design. You just start throwing this on anything. We'll use time suspension. You hear that kind of popping through. There we go. That's working. Now the last thing I'm going to do, and this is the crazy way that I use pitch, is playing a violin that's completely out of tune and giving it some sort of lead. So 1 second. So let's just fuddle around and see if we can make some magic here. I promise that's going to turn into something cool. Let's tune this thing real fast. All right, so now that it's sounding absolutely horrible, let's make it sound a lot better. So we're going to use another instance of AlterBoy. Ooh, here we go, baby. Here we go. Now it's at a little bit of Portal. You hear out all that kind of stuff that was kind of really poking through in a weird way. Now we have a little bit something cool. We have something that's like starting to resemble almost this like haunting feeling. So I'm gonna tame it with tape now. So let's do this, go back to sketch cassette. And then let's add some delay. Now we're talking, man. I'm loving how this is feeling. I'm like, this is like the stuff where you start feeling it in your heart, in your chest. Let's see if we can get something kind of cool here. A little tape slap. And then let's add a little bit of a longer delay. I'm gonna do a little reverb from the AlterBoy. There we go, ambient echoes. And we're gonna actually add reverb now. So let's do... What haven't we used yet? We haven't used vintage verb. I think we have it. I think we have something that was taken from basically nothing and kind of crafted in a way, basically with the mindset of taking something that's basic and then giving it pitch with little AlterBoy. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, little AlterBoy is my favorite plugin. It has unlocked everything creative for me in my career, and it's really opened so many doors, that single plugin. So shout out Sound Toys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you like and subscribe. So many more videos on the way. Take care, guys.